Happy New Year, America, and welcome to Fabulous 1946. The Mean Boys radio program is brought to you by Jap Guard Internment Services. Nips in your yard? Call Jap Guard. And by Lucky Strike Cigarettes, the only cigarette with real tar, baby. On this fabulous brisk day, we celebrate the anniversary of VJ Day, victory over the sneaky Japanese. But don't you worry, John Q. America, those internment camps aren't closed yet. Just an innocent dentist, huh? You won't have too many teeth to fix chewing on that gruel we're feeding you, Tojo. And the Susquehanna Oven Company unveiled today the new microwave oven, which cooks your food through the power of radiation. That's right, Jane K. Citizen. Put your face right next to it to improve your complexion and glow. Makes wives pretty, turns communist cities to ash. What can't radiation do? General Douglas MacArthur has advocated an immediate and aggressive invasion of the nation of Korea. The Joint Chiefs of Staff advise caution and respect to the reasonable and level-headed Kim Il-sung dynasty. The host of the Mean Boys are the insatiable Joe Dosh, Keith Carey, and Conor McSpadden. They're a real Enola Gay, Fat Man, and Little Boy, but even more heroic. I hear that Joe Dosh is a real friend of Dorothy, and that Keith Carey has one leg in Snake Alley as well. The Mean Boys radio program, 50% fruit, 100% cunt. Before we started recording, I described Keith Carey as looking like a rain barrel full of heavy cream. And I wanted to make sure we got it on the air, but the magic was gone, and I know that.
I
just had to get it out.
You said one funny thing for the night, and you had to double back to make sure it ended up.
They said we couldn't make it to episode 3. They still might be right. This is the Mean Boys podcast.
This one goes out to all the teachers who said it wasn't going to amount to nothing.
It's good to be back in the friendship.
We're all trying to think of more lyrics to that, but we all really shit the bed there mentally, didn't we?
We all just remembered how white we were.
For all the... I forgot I was white.
For all hey, I know a Wu-Tang song. Please don't hurt me.
If you don't know... Oh, wait, no, can't say that part.
If you don't know, that's fine. Everybody has different privilege.
This is what OC improv groups sound like. Just stumbling over shitty hip-hop lyrics.
Yes, and that's okay.
Ramsey liked that you dead-eyed fuck. Don't look at me like that.
That Ramsey liked it. I've never seen Connor madder at a person than he is at Ramsey right now.
Yeah, if you can squeeze some joy out of his bitter camel's hump. It really is a testament to my grumpy mood.
I gotta load up before I cross the desert of positivity.
That's our new segment, the Desert of Positivity. We have to compliment each other 3 times without vomiting. We have a bucket in the center of the table.
We just smile at Joe until he turns into a pile of dust.
Is there really anything better than spreading negativity through positivity?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
When
someone's
it's like hot butter on a fucking English muffin. It's great.
Like when someone's having a wretched...
crags.
When someone's just having a wretched day, just go up to them and go, you know what, I'm not going to let your darkness put out my light. And you know they just want to jab a fucking shiv in your temple.
Tastes so good.
Next week on Joe paraphrases Colin Quinn's Twitter. All right, guys. We're all cunted up and ready to go.
Sure are.
I think it's time to get into the Mexican joke off.
Ay, so topical.
All right, I'll start us off.
Okie dokie.
A Turkish workshop has employed enslaved Syrian youths to make fake life jackets that absorb water and drown the wearer. This technology was ordered by their new commander, Shabir al-Wily Coyote Muhammad.
Holy shit. Starting strong.
Fucking ISIS is just going to wear like green bat suits to fly over our border patrol.
They're just painting up like a sign on the side of a cliff that says freedom and an arrow, and you just run into it.
They're just going to paint a sign that says San Bernardino on the side of a cliff.
That is what San Bernardino is.
Anyway.
All right, I got one.
Right.
A 9-year-old in Yuba County, California, was mauled to death after being left alone in a trailer with 3 pit bulls. In the dog's defense, the boy was wrapped in a piece of cheese.
That's how you get them to take their medicine.
Dog facts.
A 500-year-old Scottish castle is sinking rapidly into the marsh it is built upon. Officials recommend Keith Carey abandon his residence in the West Wing.
There it is.
The first of the evening,
there
ladies
it is.
and
That's certainly not the last.
Can I tell you I was in the shower today, and I was literally thinking any woman who has sex with Keith Carey has to first put in her diaham, and I giggled for about 10 minutes.
Before finishing his shampoo, he texted it to me.
I really did.
We had a good laugh about it.
And then he finished jerking off.
He sure did.
To me. All right. Police investigation has shown that the New Year's Eve Cologne attackers in Germany were of predominantly migrant origin. Seeing as it was an attack involving Cologne, they were presumably Armenian.
I like it.
It's all right.
All right. A semi-truck in Illinois accidentally entered a cemetery and destroyed the graves of 6 military veterans. Government officials are outraged, saying, quote, "We didn't even have a chance to piss on those ones yet."
Whoa. This kid's got something
Political.
to say. Well, I wish I could tell the truth like that, Connor, but I'm too scared.
God, you know who
I'll send you guys a postcard from out here on the edge.
you know who I don't care for? This George W. Bush fella.
Oh, me neither.
Not a fan.
I've got a scathing impression of him if you'd like to hear.
That Trump's a real turkey, if you ask me. Anyway.
And I don't care who hears it.
A Kentucky district court ruled that drones can be shot down if flying over private property. Residents are torn as the technology could theoretically be used to deliver OxyContin.
Okay. Archaeologists have found signs of a mass extinction behind a shopping center in New Jersey. Among the remains are dinosaurs, personal hygiene, and culture.
That was like a fucking New Yorker cartoon.
Yeah,
Dinosaurs and culture. Yes.
You want to know why that joke's in there? Because I had 5 ISIS jokes, and I realized I needed to mix it up.
You had a class
Uncle Connor's monocle polish.
That joke was drier than this martini of the Connecticut McSpaddens.
You know that's how you would naturally talk if you didn't correct your underbite actively with every fucking syllable.
That's true.
Your mouth.
If I didn't have a fucking Minnesota goofiness, I'm just striping down with every fiber of my being.
I described Joe off the air last week as looking like an inbred 14th century French prince. Few things are more accurate.
Well, I can't sue you for slander, Condor. God, I said slander, Condor. Damn it.
Slayer Condor.
Just move on.
That's my favorite species. It's like the slender condor.
That's my favorite Pokemon.
The truth out of the media.
Orange County metal band.
Yes,
Well, the well is dry and that tit is milked. Anyway.
All right. A man in the Eastern European nation of Kyrgyzstan was arrested after comparing the nation's official food, a sausage called chuchuk, to a horse penis. The man was later released and said in a statement to the press, "My wife."
Oh,
dude.
The joke is that this country... You know
I
what?
know what the joke is.
You know what? I did real good in the earlier ones. I'm getting my one bomb out of the way, and then I feel like I've got good ones.
If you
later.
would like to co-host the Mean Boys podcast, email your joke packets to meanboyspodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, shucks, I don't get to take the bus to a basement in Echo Park for free anymore?
Please include your body mass index.
I'd like everyone to know that Keith Carey took public transportation all the way from Long Beach to Echo Park for a fucking Borat reference.
And other things!
You need like a sacrament to cleanse your spirit. Anyway.
Oh my God, Joe, you've accrued enough bomb karma.
Oh yeah,
can you back it up?
Nope, not really. But I like this one anyway. A Long Island priest was caught smoking crack cocaine after his sister was decapitated. The police instructed, "Say 3 Hail Marys and duct tape it back on."
Holy shit! God
Digging
damn it.
out of the hole.
Nicely done.
You know we can't resist a good fucking religious figure mutilates a family member one-liner, Josh.
But enough about Keith's family.
A 3-year-old Florida child has been ritualistically... Shit.
It's okay, we all make mistakes.
We know this ends well.
Oh, he gets...
There's got to be some relief.
Yeah,
Kick it, Slender Condor.
Honestly, we should probably try to like each other's jokes a little more.
Good. This is going considerably better than last week.
Yeah, last week's was real. All right.
Anyway.
A 3-year-old Florida child has been ritualistically sacrificed by his mother. The boy's remains were stuffed in a suitcase before being confiscated by authorities on a bus. Jeff Dunham grieved the loss of the chosen puppet Christ and renewed his vow to wreak havoc on the living. How many fucking letters did I switch?
Renewed.
You lost me at renew now.
You went
Damn it.
But can we acknowledge the weird dead kid running theme today?
They sure are.
Yeah.
Dude, well,
and why stop now? A teenage Ohio girl committed suicide after months of online harassment from classmates about her appearance and Asian heritage. School officials are calling the incident a tragedy and are offering free counseling to students affected by the untimely death of Ching Chong Pizza Face. Swish, was that worth going through the Borat woods for, fuckface?
No, now you reminded me. God damn it.
Yeah. They both came out of me.
God,
I'm a complicated man.
You should have blocked the Borat joke out like a fucking repressed
I own my
molestation.
failures.
Yeah.
Like your parents.
Yeah, you own your tits. We get it.
Anyway.
What was that?
Should be growling at you?
You're sounding like the dog you're closely related to.
That wasn't even a growl. That was like a dairy wheeze.
That's just Imagine the sound of yogurt coagulating in your esophagus.
Like, oh no, the milkshakes are backed up.
Fucking Keith makes acidophilus in his throat.
My blood type is soft serve.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, center yourself, Joe. North Korea is developing an H-bomb. If successfully detonated, North Korea will be the first nation to possess a thermonuclear device made of old AOL startup disks. I feel like so many of my jokes need, to be explained to millennials what things are. You see, kids, a company called America Online used to send CDs to your house that would have all the internet on them.
We all know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it wasn't that good of a
well,
reference.
in the Orange County, you're kind of technologically behind by 5 years.
There's a line in my act about AOL startup discs. I know what they are.
We have more money than you in Orange County. We had it before you, fuckface.
17 miners have been rescued in the collapse of a rural elevator shaft. Doctors described Keith's mother's hysterectomy as a disaster.
Solid. Our pussy's a nightmare.
No, it's a rural elevator shaft.
It's an urban elevator shaft. She's a big city lady.
It's a fucking grain silo.
A grown silo. That should be the name of the fucking Mexican joke.
That should be the name of this podcast. And definitely where we're recording it.
We're moving to Iowa, guys.
All right. A Tennessee high school has canceled their basketball season after allegations that a freshman player was raped by other students. It seems that unlike the victim's butthole, this team won't be dribbling for quite a while.
Oh, my God.
I know what I did.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it
No,
at
you
all.
don't, because it's very good.
Look.
I wouldn't go that far.
I wanted to.
I'm fighting for credit on these because I don't get it.
I liked it, but I don't feel good that I liked it.
Keith, I like that joke. I like the movie The Craft. I enjoy the hell of it while acknowledging that it's shit.
I'll take it. That's...
A California father alleges that the TSA inappropriately fondled his young daughter during a security pat-down. The TSA agent responded by saying, "You've clearly never heard of the vaginal lips bomber."
Wah, 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 wah.
Will the Mexican joke offend in fire or ice? Robert Frost asks.
Well, I'm glad you jumped on that grenade.
Wah, 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 wah,
Not gonna lie, I had real high hopes for the vaginal lips bomber joke. Everyone was like, "Oh, the four of these were okay." But I'm really gonna sing them with this one.
Good about Shabir Al-Wili, Coyote Muhammad, and the hysterectomy. So I put those at the beginning and at the end.
Mine went exactly how I thought it would. Everything was fine except for Borat.
All right. Well, you know what? The important thing is we did better than last week.
We sure did.
Hey.
All right. This brings us into our next segment. Time to play Which of the Following?
Oh boy.
All right, this week we're doing Lil Wayne lyrics. So, gentlemen, which of the following is not a real Lil Wayne lyric? A, pull out the AK and pop you in the funny bone. B, my chain, Toucan Sam. C, and when I'm at the bottom, she Hillary Rodham. Or D, built a house to fuck in, bone structure.
First of all, I'd like to know what sex act Hillary Rodham describes, because I do believe that's real, Keith.
Yeah, that's got to be real.
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah.
It's like you know how necrophiles, people who are into necrophiles, they'll have the person they're fucking lay in a tub of ice and then just sit there motionless. I would think that's what a Hillary Rodham is. People do that, you know.
I like that you said,
Wow.
You know how we all know this? You know this is common information about fucking the dead?
We're all learned men, Keith.
You know. We have a few drinks, we find a boy who looked nice as a corpse, and we have a wacky Tuesday. I am leaning toward...
I don't have drinks anymore.
That's true. Just sober corpse fucking...
This is the weirdest way anyone's ever bragged about their sobriety. Usually it's like, well, I lost so much weight when I cut out beer, and now it's like, well, look, I'm sober enough to learn about necrophile hobbies.
That's what I Google instead of beer.
This week's share at the meeting got a little weird.
Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna go with pull out the AK and pop you in the funny bone. That sounds like a rap lyric you wrote in earnest in junior high.
I'm gonna go with D. Built a house to fuck in, bone structure.
The fake Lil Wayne lyric is built a house to
Oh boy,
bone structure. Question number 2. A, got 10 bathrooms, I can shit all day. Mm-hmm. B, fucking pussy like a cat dick.
Cat dick.
Stuck in the middle with a little cat dick. C, when I was 5, my favorite movie was The Gremlins.
it's tremendously significant that it's the Gremlins. That's like when old people say, "I'm going to look it up on the Google."
Watch one of those Star Wars.
Sidebar, you know what's fucking batshit crazy? Yeah. Lil Wayne is 33. Doesn't he seem like he's 50?
Yeah. He's only 33?
He's 33, dude.
Oh, man.
He looks like he's never not existed.
Yeah.
D, stand on my tools. You can call me Paul Bunyan.
Well, I want to believe in the beauty of humanity, so I hope fucking pussy like a cat dick is real.
I think the Gremlins. I think you're right. I think that means it's probably real.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with stand on my tools. Call me Paul Bunyan.
I'm gonna go with got 10 bathrooms I can shit all day.
Oh, I hope that's real too.
The fake Lil Wayne lyric is fucking pussy like a cat.
Oh,
we all agree I should sell that line to Lil Wayne.
You
right?
know what?
Yeah.
You know, as loath as I am to give praise on the Mean Boys podcast, bravo, bravo.
Yeah, I didn't for a second think that one was.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Number 3, A. Fucking with the greatest, condoms on my trophies. B.
Used or new?
Or maybe in the ocean, swimming with the pigeons. C. Toss you like a fruit salad, strawberry grape ya. D. I be shitting on you boys. I need an Alka-Seltzer sandwich.
This is like a this is like a Detroit E.E. Cummings poem.
E.E. coming on your girl.
You coming to your block.
There it is. The smartest thing I said the whole podcast. Anyway,
next to that time you didn't say anything.
Sniper fire. One shot, one kill.
Oh my goodness. Which is not I got it.
Swimming with the pigeons.
I really do believe Lil Wayne believes pigeons swim.
That's
so I believe that's true.
How come I find somebody in my pool?
Like I think Lil Wayne knows what condoms are in the sense that he knows like what a minotaur is. So I'm gonna say A. Fuck all the greatest condoms on my trophies.
Like I think they was real, but I don't know.
I mean, they might have been real at one time.
I am gonna agree with Joe on this. I'm gonna say it's A. Fucking with the greatest condoms on my trophies.
The fake Lil Wayne lyric is fucking with the greatest condoms on my trophies.
What?
Hey. And I stand by my reasoning on that, too.
Look, I'll always have fucking pussy like a cat dick.
How many? God, he's got to have, like, 34 illegitimate children if he's 33.
Yeah. Number 4, A.
It's a leap year.
It go down like Frasier. I ain't talking Kelsey Grammer. B. Swagger tighter than a yeast infection.
Oh, God.
C. Can't fuck with me. Unrapeable. Or D. Shorty badder than a 3-year-old.
Again, most of my decision is based on what I want to be true. I don't want to believe that Lil Wayne's a Frasier fan. So I'm going to say that's true. I'm going to say shorty badder than a 3-year-old.
I'm going to say swagger tighter than a yeast infection.
The fake Lil Wayne lyric is can't fuck with me, unrapeable.
Oh.
All right, in the final round.
Always bet on rape.
I think you guys each have 2 points.
I guess not.
Right?
I think that really does. Yeah. That really does reek of McSpadden basicness.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 2-1. Keith is winning. I can maybe tie her up.
Okay. All right. Number 5. The round is all real or all fake. A. Gas in the tank like I'm farting in the army. B. Eat her like a fruit roll up till some fruits roll up. C. Fucked her up. Couldn't calm her down. D. Don't trip. Check your laces.
Okay, if eat her like a fruit roll up till some fruits roll up, that's like a fucking private eye line. So
yeah.
Like a fruit roll up till some fruits roll up. Give the Kaiser what for?
That's the thing about Lil Wayne.
Bunch of Nancy's.
Is he butchers vernacular from all time periods. He's
God.
a Frasier fan, as we've already established.
Fucked her up, couldn't calm her down. It's just disturbing.
I'm going to say they're all fake.
Oh, no, this is which one is not real, right?
No, these are all real or all fake.
I'm going to say all fake, yeah.
All fake. You guys did it.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it away, Keith Carey.
Good game, boys.
Where am I taking it?
Oh, you just won.
Yeah.
Where are you going now?
You're
I don't know. Probably just back to this chair and get yelled at for another 40 minutes.
You're ahead of me.
I'm winning the thing.
All right. Well, that was a good first commercial I don't know what the fuck they're called. Mean Boys podcast.
Welcome to Show Do Thing. Go sound words.
I totally felt the spirit of what you were saying. I do.
We'll try this again. That was a great first block. We're going to go to a commercial break.
Yeah, if I were to, yes, exactly. Hello, folks. Dr. Edgar Mortaro of Mortaro's Baby Coffins. I know what you all are thinking, aggrieved parent. Dr. Mortaro, I do so wish to bury my child's bones in the family catacombs, but it takes so very long for the flesh to slough off his remains. Sounds like you need a tube of Dr. Mortaro's patented flesh sloughener. One topical application to the body of your deceased son, and his putrescent flesh will slide off his skeleton like a meat off a cone at a Greek restaurant. But burial in your family catacombs needn't be the only use for your child's skeleton. After all, variety is the spice of death? Aha! Yes, we at Mortaro's Baby Coffins, for the low price of $149.95, will use your child's skeleton as the foundation to create a delightful ventriloquist dummy. In fact, I think this little guy is feeling a song coming on right now. Hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire before I reach the cremation pyre. If you exhume me, you'll have to entomb me, then I'll be at last interred. I died too prematurely to have any final words. Dr. Mortaro's Baby Coffins, located at the corner of Hennepin and the mob of weeping mothers cursing our existence.
And we're back. Just a couple clerical things to get out of the way. If you have any questions for us, if you need any advice in your personal life, or you want the guidance of us on anything and everything, please drop us a line at meanboyspodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you, read your answers on the show. And please follow us on Twitter at meanboyspodcast. Please rate and subscribe on iTunes. It really helps us out. We're going to be moving into a new segment. This time it's the emotional dunk tank.
Yay.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a jingle, and then I realized it'll probably go in later.
Yeah, no, I haven't made it yet.
So do you want to explain what the emotional dunk tank is for people who don't know?
Yeah, we're gonna take a public figure and put him in the emotional dunk tank. Just shit on him a little bit.
Fantastic.
Give him the business.
Yeah.
The old how's your sister, fuck your mother.
Poorly.
Pretty sneaky, ISIS.
Didn't you do that last week?
Probably.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, God.
All right. This week, Bernie Sanders steps into the hot seat.
Yes.
Probably would have been a better name for the segment, the hot seat.
By the way, I wanted to say you're going to run out of material so bad when ISIS, we finally defeat them, but that's never going to happen. So
they're
hooray
going to
for you.
splinter into a whole other group of hilarious factions.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the three of us all try and use Ramsey as the same human shield.
They're going to play the flute while the world burns around them.
Yeah.
On top of a pile of clitorises. Clitori. Anyway. That's what they do.
Welcome to Clitoris Mountain.
We're brought to you by the Avocado Clit Scooper.
Shuck that clam.
We just lost all of our non-existent female listeners.
So Bernie Sanders, everybody.
Yeah.
What is that? He ain't got a clit, but he's still...
Those ladies are feeling the burn.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God damn it.
So one thing I like about Bernie Sanders is Bernie's from Brooklyn originally, so his childhood home is now a soup plantation with a bum corpse in front of it.
I don't understand how Bernie Sanders looks like the most Jewish person and the world's biggest anti-Semite at the same time.
Bernie really answers the question, what if a corned beef sandwich got Medicare?
Yeah, Bernie's actually been compared to Larry David, but Larry David could win an election.
Bernie looks like his plan for the economy is to send every U.S. citizen a check for $14 on their birthday.
I like that one. Yeah, actually, he's made some news about the president of Iran said of Bernie Sanders, I still don't believe the Holocaust happened, but he makes me wish it did.
Actually, the big difference between Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump is Trump doesn't need Goldman Sachs money to be president.
Bernie Sanders' foreign policies are a lot like his knees. They might have been strong in the 80s, but they'll have a hard time standing up today.
And that's from Keith.
The authority on rickety knees. Also,
my knees are made of flubber.
Also a fake blues singer from a couple weeks back. Rickety knees. You see that the new Gallup poll came out and has Bernie closing the gap between him and frontrunner Hillary Clinton, which is good because this is the first time Bernie has fucked something with a poll since the 80s.
I liked it.
God, fucking, we are going in on the dead kids and necrophilia this week.
We really are, yeah. Like how we're just calling old Jewish sex necrophilia.
Necrophilia is hot out the gate and cold in the sheets.
right, boys.
I don't deserve that laughter. I reject it.
We're just all full of good cheer. Did we have like a spiked eggnog before this show?
I'm feeling giggly today. I really am.
Yeah. Chuckles McGee.
A rare truce amongst the mean boys. All right, well, that was emotional dunk tank. All right, I think we're going to move on to Devil's Advocate.
Okay. Here's my thing with Devil's Advocate, and this is something I enjoy bringing this up in Los Angeles a lot because I really do get off on just the rage it just engenders out of people. But guns, they're fun. They're really, really, really fun. And I wish people would... I really think we could actually heal this country and bring a lot of good if these fucking whiny blue state self-involved people would realize that. They're like, oh, you just want to keep guns just because they're fun? Yes. That's not a just. They're a really, really good time. Did you guys... because I grew up in the middle of nowhere. I never know if, like, people who grew up, like, near urban areas feel this way at all.
My experiences with guns have been less fun than yours, probably.
Well, your experience with life has been less fun with mine.
Yeah, very true.
Your experience with, like, atoms.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Guns and mothers and trans fats are all lower than the average human being.
Guns and mothers and trans fats.
From the Wizard of Oz.
AWWWS.
Yeah,
Anyway.
But anyway, I don't know. Is this the part where a room full of white people is going to talk about guns? We're not the ones getting shot at.
Well, no.
I don't.
Yes, we are.
Well, any shot that's,
afterwards.
any shot that's fired is technically kind of towards Keith, just by volume.
Yeah,
by orbit. Oh, good. I love that we're turning this into a fact.
like if you're shooting randomly into the ether, you're more likely to hit Keith than the average person.
Yeah. I saw someone tweet, and this was, I can't attribute it, but it wasn't me. He was like, "This is definitely the most people that have died to preserve somebody's hobby."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're like, but still, great hobby.
That's not my point. My point is,
they are fun.
They're very, very fun.
I shot a gun at a watermelon in Bakersfield, and I got to tell you, if you're looking for a better time than that, it's gonna be a while.
So let them be fun. I mean, you can go to a shooting range. You can shoot shit there.
See, here's the thing. Like, I think going to a shooting range, like in Burbank, is fucking creepy and weird. But it's weird. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like, I was really like I was a closeted little gay kid, and I didn't have a lot of friends. And like, when I would go out into the woods unsupervised with other like 13-year-olds just to shoot guns willy nilly, my parents were like, "Oh my god, this is a positive growing thing." Like, I remember one time when we finally actually got like beer and booze out there, my parents were like, "Oh, I don't know, these delightful firearm retreats Joe's going on have alcohol into the mix. I don't know if he can go on it anymore." Like, that's just how the middle of this country thinks.
Yeah, well, like you said, if you go to shoot guns in Burbank, it's like, dude, the Getty's right there. Go go do something.
No one's gonna rob you in Burbank. No one's gonna steal your fucking Yogurtland card. You creeps.
Yeah, if there should be some kind of equation. Like if there's only one Starbucks per every 10,000 people in your area code, you can shoot guns.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I think that's more than fair.
Yeah,
that's what Bernie Sanders ought to propose.
Yeah, but Hammett, it's like, no, you're not quite checking it. Yeah, you guys can have guns. First of all, you're probably gonna need them. Second of all, you're bored.
What else are you gonna do?
Kids take hunter safety courses at 10 years old in my hometown. 10 years old, you learn how to shoot guns.
Yet Joe has still not been educated on hunter safety.
All right, I'm gonna leave.
Kids would take their rifles into there'd be kids with rifles in the back of the pickup trucks like the Duke of Hazzard in my school, and just nobody gave a shit.
Wow. I mean, on the one hand, it kind of makes me feel good that it wasn't a problem,
Yeah.
I never knew a kid with a gun. I knew a lot of kids with swords.
I don't... of course you did.
There's always... I think everybody had at least one friend who was the sword kid, and you go over, and he just lived with his grandma for some reason, and knew it was bad.
If you walked into a random apartment in Los Angeles today, and you saw a sword or a gun on the wall, which would creep you out more?
Oh, gun. Sword, I would be like, I probably know this guy already.
Yeah, Sword Guy also has the gun. He's just going to use it for worse
Dude, I'm just
things.
waiting for the first school chopping. Like, some guy shows up
That
with
happened.
a weird
I don't like-
That
by
samurai
the way,
happened in
sword.
Irvine.
I don't
Somebody
like-
went to a grocery store with a samurai sword and killed like 5 people.
Oh
I don't
my
like
God.
how
And
you-
here's the thing. Even though it's Irvine and that's an Asian weapon, you know that was a white dude that
Yeah.
spent
Oh,
his
totally. And you want to
4chan.
believe he was at least going through some sort of like big mental breakdown. But you know, his
yeah.
last thought was like, "I'm like Deadpool," and
Yeah.
they just fucking killed by
That
police.
was a white dude with khakis with a Thai wife who commits sword atrocities. I don't like how you two
leading
are.
sword atrocity.
Sword atrocities are
diagnostic
opening for Slender
detective.
Condor.
Yeah, you're doing like all that weird, like fucking 1 hour crime drama math. Like, all right, well, based on the tang of this sword, this guy probably had a man bun. He was into Lincoln Park, and he had a lot of Funyuns. All right, we're looking for big Funyun consumers in this area code. Get the financial records of every fucking Takis Emporium, and then you're.
We want to create a database for everyone who thinks that Magic the Gathering hasn't been saved in the last recent edition. Did you guys ever? I used to play that shit. I gotta admit.
I tried. I couldn't do it.
I was for a good time in the top, like in the way top Yu-Gi-Oh! Online players.
Really?
I would beat Asian kids at
Oh.
fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
Real Asians?
Real live Asians.
I remember when I would hang out at the comic book courts that me and all the other Magic the Gathering kids, like we used to just be relentlessly terrible to the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh kids because they were the fags, you know.
Yeah, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to be good. Honestly, I've like looked at the game now, just for funsies, and it's just they've ruined it. But Magic, from what I understand, stays pretty evergreen, balanced, and fun. So.
Oh, I disagree.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Okay, everyone deserves to turn this podcast off right now.
What have we done?
That was Devil's
This
Advocate.
is my second moment of clarity.
Thanks for sticking with it, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Enough of that. Dear God. All right.
I didn't like how you guys all got all fucking blogger nervous during that whole second. Get killing it with Ramsey over here. Get a Periscope on our producer, everyone. I'm crushing it with him.
Yeah, no, you're partially right.
Yeah, I mean, everybody can have guns.
I also did do
Stop
I also
backtracking.
did do a monologue about how Colonel Sanders
You sure
gets
did.
black people bait.
You
last
sure
week.
did.
So I don't know if you can call me super.
I didn't-
Yeah,
I
remember
didn't
when
get
I
all-
made fun of a little girl who killed herself earlier in the
Yeah.
show?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's how they get in your head. I don't need you getting all squirrely on me. Anyway.
Mean Boys is back. All right, it's our final segment of this episode. Thank you for listening. I don't know if we said it already, but thanks again. It means a lot to us. We work hard on the show. Please subscribe.
We sure do.
Tell your friends if you're so inclined. I think we're going to leave.
I like
this week.
NPR, Connor. This is nice.
Guys, we're going to be
Today
talking
on-
to the family that invented cufflinks.
Today on Mean Boys, review of Terry Gross.
You'll make a woman.
Did you
Meet a woman who makes dildos out of honeycombs. They've stung her cunt. That was a low-hanging fruit. That was a fucking overripe peach.
Yeah, that's what they
leaning
thought
down
was.
on a branch.
So tell us about Sticky
You just said that to subvert a fat joke against yourself. That was a defensive joke.
Every compliment Keith gives is a non-aggression pact towards a fat joke.
This is how I survived, man.
You're the fucking Czechoslovakia of fat
This is
jokes.
how I survived out in the fucking Mad Max wasteland.
All right.
Well, we snuck in a few Keith fat zingers before our official goodbye.
Those are we need to, when we inevitably start releasing tie-in like promotional products, the Keith Fat Zingers are going to be like delicious like mozzarella cheese jalapeno poppers.
Just a picture of me in the chef's hat winking, and just, it's an abomination.
All right, so I think me and Keith have a dual memory to share.
Oh, great.
About 4 years ago, Keith twisted his ankle wrestling our friend Nathan.
I broke that ankle.
You broke your ankle, yeah.
Broke real bad.
And he needed a ride to the hospital, so he, like anybody with no friends, just posted on Facebook, "Hey, need help?" And I, for some reason, we didn't even know each other that well. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not doing anything today. I'm 19 with nothing going on." So
I didn't think you were going to show up. I was like, all right, well, I'll keep looking.
yeah, I showed up. He's sitting on the stoop of his
on my mom's house in San Pedro, just looking just the Charlie Browniest.
Yeah, and I was
my broken foot.
And I was like, "Hey, can I
You
go? Can I
blockhead.
go inside and use your bathroom?" And he was
You
like,
block belly.
Did I have to tell you no?
and you were like, if you have to. And I was like, okay. So I walk in, and there's the most racist man I've ever seen. Just like
That's
he was,
not even the most racist man. My mom is fucked.
Here's the thing. He was quiet, but like somehow he was still yelling at the television.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, just with his, you could feel his mind throbbing.
I could just feel like Aquaman, like signal waves of negativity coming out of his head. And it's complete shitpile house. And we haul you into the car somehow. Just you're hopping on one leg and just giving your good leg a shin splint.
Yeah, and I don't have a crutch or anything. I'm like ballerina hopping. Like,
We get him to the hospital, and it's like there's no parking. It's packed. It's like the fucking the cheap clinic in Long Beach. And we're like, how are we gonna? We literally physically cannot ballerina hop all the way to the front door.
Then I look in Connor's back seat, and he has a pile of LARP weapons, which for everybody does not know, LARP, live action role play.
Yeah.
So he's got all these just like foam and masking tape swords sitting in the back of his car. And I wanted to give you so much shit, but I'm also like, this is exactly what I need. So I grab like the biggest one and I use it as a crutch, which means I go hobbling into like the San Pedro Hospital, looking like I'm the only one who got mortally wounded on the fields of fucking dork battle.
Look, I slipped on a Cheeto bag and caught a gopher hole.
And the nurses are just like, oh, did you hurt yourself playing with your friends? I'm like, no, it's a separate injury. No. And then you hung out. You took me to get a cheeseburger afterwards.
Yeah, and I remember specifically we were going afterwards. We were like, where should we go to eat? And I was like, we passed a Jack in the Box. And Keith was like, well, yeah, I don't want to get better, do I?
So Connor watched me eat a bunch of food.
These
and then
pussy
now
vitamins.
we're friends.
And then, just like hop back up that. Well, yeah, then you I left you at the bottom of the steps. And I think you realized you couldn't climb them. So.
They just sat down for a while.
Yeah.
I have a story.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. This is a story about when I was 18 years old, and I was still in high school at the time, and we were going to some friend of a friend's wedding in Aberdeen, South Dakota. You just kind of sneak into these things. I don't remember how tangentially we're related to it, but it was me and all my dumb little friends. Now, my friend at the time was dating this awful girlfriend who we all hated, who was just the Yoko Ono of our little Aberdeen, South Dakota little clique. Just hated her, just ruined so many nights out, just a pain in the fucking ass. So we were getting really, really piss-ass wasted, just high school dipshit wasted at this hotel at this Holiday Inn in South Dakota. And I remember they left their door to their hotel room open, and we wanted to pull a prank on them. And I told all my friends, I'm going to prank them really, really good. And I'm like nearly blacked out at this point. So I go in their bathroom, and like those tiny little water cups, like a water cup you get on an airplane.
Right.
I decided I'm going to take a shit in one of those water cups and leave it on the counter. Now, at the time, I probably weighed similarly to what I was like Keith Carey in weight, not too far off. So I bring that up not as an insult, but just to point out I had a good shit brewing.
Right.
It was like the
These
first
were some repressed gay Midwestern shits.
They're compacted, so
If you hold
it was
who you are.
just the fact that I was never allowed Barbie dolls just got compressed into the shit.
It's just poop where your dad's love should be.
Oh, exactly. And so now I do it, and I start to shit, and now it's like I kind of, in the theater of my mind, gentlemen, I imagined like a soft-served pinkberry shit that would fill daintily into this tiny little cup.
You're like swirling
Quite
it
the
around
contrary,
to
Joe.
pile it in there.
It was
Stinkberry.
a massive log. I mean, I just started into it, and it tilted over the cup. And I swear to God, the second I saw the cup tip over before I'm even done shitting, I realized with perfect clarity, this is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I've never been the Dalai Lama has never been more mindful and in the moment than I was at that moment. I swear to God, right then I realized this girl is totally not a bad person. My friend is actually the asshole. We're just ganging up on her. She is totally in the right on a number of things. So now I'm like, I can't do this. This is the worst thing I ever do. But I'm also I don't know what to do because it made such a huge mess, and I almost would rather just commit to the prank than have them walk in. And for some reason I thought they were coming, and they were coming. I didn't want them to catch me in the act of shitting on there and trying to clean it up, because that's somehow harder to explain.
It's like a real weird
accident. Exactly. Yeah, and that's precisely what happened. They came in while I'm trying to scoop this giant shit with this tiny cup and this shitty counter, and they came in. And they were wasted too. So honestly, to this day, I don't even know if they remember. So they just saw it and went ew and ran away and caught me in the act of covering this up. And I either A, wish I never would have done it, or B, I just wish I would have stuck the fucking landing of wretchedness and just committed, because someone literally walked in with like, I'm holding a fucking cup with a shit in someone else's bathroom.
You should have just been like, it's gay guy stuff.
That's when you. That's
that's my contribution to the It Gets Better project.
Episode 2 of
Shit gets better.
of making a turderer.
Oh, you deserve pain.
You guys.
Okay.
So anyway, that's the story.
I think we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the podcast for this week. Fucking just subscribe to it. Fuck you.
Oh, God. No, thank you, dear listeners. Please rate and subscribe on iTunes. Don't let Connor's darkness put out your light. That's what I say.
Somehow listen to Connor, but also fuck Connor.
Yeah, there you go.
If you know what would have happened if I said, "We appreciate you so much." Please,
They're like, you smarmy cunt.
You'd be like, "Yeah, fuck you." Don't.
I think what we've learned today is that Connor is always wrong.
Oh my God, what happened?
Oh my God,
what happened?
You've really deflected 8 seconds worth of fat jokes with this pandering.
I'm
habit
forging
you
a new
carry.
alliance with Shit Cup over here.
This is like a game of Risk. Every time I get up to go to the bathroom, you guys are like, "Well, I didn't know you were using Russia."
What's happened, Connor? You're kind of grumpy today. Did you not get an extra gig in Clovis or something, or what happened?
No.
Do we want to wrap a real fun
Something
story?
happened today. What happened? Come on.
Oh, I've had a very long day for that. I shot a commercial yesterday, and then I drove a annoying guy to look at a house we're gonna stay in, and then I drove him home, hi Opie, and then today I had to build a cabinet, and then I went to the gym and I did a bunch of like errands, and then I had to do some writing, and then I had to do a show and come here. So I've just been doing it for the last 48 hours.
And now you had to come here and get called a fucking Mormon timeshare salesman by me. Yeah, it sounds like a rough day.
No, dude, I'm tired. I'm just
I
tired.
had a long day of not having any real problems.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did. Look, I wasn't even complaining. You guys
I know, we're just trying to mine comedy out of your mundane and tea. Not a word.
Fucking Bieber Eeyore. Shut
Well,
up.
I edited
Bieber.
Well, I edit the podcast, so this no one will ever hear this.
Thanks for podcasting with me. If it is a good day, Keith, which I doubt.
You know what I really wanted to Photoshop?
Everyone's a con.
Do you guys ever have this problem where you want to Photoshop something but you don't know Photoshop?
Yes.
I really wanted to get a picture of Eeyore in his house and then spray paint on it, Tigger's Go Home.
Good night, everybody.
I also wanted to do, because Bowie died yesterday, rest in peace. You know how people do like the Pray for Paris overlays? I wanted to do one of those with the Ziggy Stardust lightning bolt.
You have no
that'd
idea
be
how long I
awesome.
Googled that if that existed.
Yeah, but for the love of God, I just could not figure out how to, because I don't have Photoshop on my laptop. I have GIMP Shop.
You couldn't muster up the energy to accomplish nothing?
Seriously. Yeah, you nailed it.
This was some good post-show patter, everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Wrapping it up.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.